I travel for work a lot. I'm a buyer for an import-export company. So I often find myself in third world countries arguing with local manufacturers about how they need to make a plastic toy or gearbox a few pennies cheaper. The job is tedious, but the upside, I find myself in truly amazing out-of-the-way travel destinations. I always try to take advantage of sightseeing trips and fun excursions when I finish my workday. On one of my trips, I found myself in Manaus, Brazil. It's an amazing city, right in the middle of Brazil, at the headwaters of the Amazon River. I had arranged my business trip so that I'd be finished with my work on a Friday afternoon, and then have the weekend for my own before flying back home on the following Monday. I had always fantasized about taking a boat trip down the Amazon. Being out on that wild river, moving through the dark jungle canopy, I just thought it'd be an amazing experience. I packed a small duffel bag with 2 days' clothes and some essentials, and left the rest of my luggage at my hotel. I made my way down to the river dock, which was just south of the city center. Within an hour, I had booked travel on a type of double-decker boat with wooden railings. As we started heading upriver, the captain showed me where I could stow my bag and the on-deck hammock that I'd be sleeping in. The idea is we'd travel upriver for a couple of days, stopping at some native villages and small towns along the way. Then we'd turn around Sunday morning and head back. The river we were on is actually called the Rio Negro, or Black River. It's called that because of its inky black color, which it loses farther downriver when it mixes with the Salinas River and forms the headwaters of the Great Amazon. As darkness fell on our small boat and we chugged through the water, I became aware of how alive the jungle was. Roars and the shaking of brush, splashes in the water all around us. I was so excited, I couldn't sleep. All my fellow passengers didn't have that problem. One by one, they crawled into their hammocks and were soon fast asleep. But I just kept staring into the moonlight and misty jungle. It must have been around midnight when I noticed what looked like a campfire in a clearing near the shore. And as we got closer, I could make out people in native dress. They all stopped what they were doing and stared at the boat as we made our way by. I still vividly remember one of the women looking directly at me with her dark, almost empty eyes. She was holding a small child close to her body. I couldn't quite make out the expression on the woman's face. Was she angry? Or maybe she was sad. The next morning, the boat was abuzz with activity. I spotted the captain walking down the deck, asking people how they slept, making sure everyone was okay. When he got to me, I told him I didn't sleep much last night, mostly because of the amazing scenery and beautiful dark jungle. And then I asked him about the people on the shore, the tribe that I'd seen in the middle of the night. He laughed and said, "There are no tribes where we steamed through last night." I said, "I know what I saw. They were definitely there." And as I started to describe the people, what they were wearing, and what their shelters looked like, the captain's face turned from a smile to a look of seriousness, even worry. He said, "There hasn't been anyone on that land since the 1920s, when a logging company stole the land and massacred the people that lived there." He told me this whole area is abandoned now, and none of the locals will even step foot in the area. It's cursed and very, very haunted. I thought he was just telling me a tall tale, make fun of the tourists just for a laugh. But when we docked at the first town later that morning, the captain picked up my duffel bag and dropped it onto the shore. He then reached into his pocket and pulled out a wad of money. He said, "Here's a refund for your trip. One of these other boats will take you back, but I want you off of mine."